5 seconds to go. Green on the drive, gets inside, reverse block by Achua. They throw it up at the buzzer, almost went in, but a foul called on Jalen Brunson. The Knicks are stunned.
Exciting news, of course, they had said that shortly after. Well, Devin Booker has just been tossed from the game. And now Frank Vogel has been teed up. Well, Devin Booker got a technical foul as we went to that timeout.
At this point, I think I trust George Santos's resume more than I trust NBA refs. I mean, I feel like every year they just keep getting worse and worse, and this season seems to be the new low. I mean, first of all, they are giving out some of the dumbest technical fouls that I've ever seen. Like, as I'm making this video, Devin Booker has just been thrown out of a game in the first quarter because an NBA ref gave him 2 technical fouls. And I re-watched the second technical that got him thrown out of the game, and there is no way that that should have happened. It wasn't that bad, and it's just another example of the NBA refs thinking it's all about them. And that's not the only instance this year of NBA superstars getting thrown out of games undeservingly. Like, an instance that comes to mind is when Nikola Jokic got thrown out of a game in Chicago, and the ejection was so bad that the Chicago Bulls crowd booed the refs. Like, all of them. You would have thought like a bad call was made against Chicago. But no, they're sick of the refs too. And then Jason Tatum seems to be getting an undeserving technical like every other game. He claps when there's a bad call. He hangs on the rim so he doesn't have to go to urgent care when he falls onto a cameraman because he's a 6'10" small forward that barrels to the rim and doesn't, brace for his fall. Like, fans aren't paying good money to watch Grayson Allen and Peyton Pritchard play. They're paying the money to watch the superstars. And the refs don't seem to care because the refs have such tiny, large egos and are so insecure that any little thing, they're technical, get out of the game. So not only are these egotistical refs giving the stupidest technicals and blowing calls, but they're literally changing the outcome of games too. I mean, earlier this year, it was the Celtics-Pacer game. They reversed a call that would have given Jalen Brown foul shots to go up 1, just to call the dumbest foul ever on Kristaps Porzingis, and literally handing the Pacers the W. And most recently, which is honestly why I made this video to begin with, was the Rockets-Knicks game, where they called the dumbest foul on Jalen Brunson as regulation was expiring when he went to go contest a 3. Like, that call is unacceptable. You have to hold the whistle there. I mean, it's so bad that the Knicks are literally protesting the game, which maybe happens once a season. And it just happened, and people actually think the Knicks may win this. And that's as rare as getting an onside kick in the NFL now. And I watched that Tim Donaghy movie maybe a month ago on Netflix. And some of these refs are really, really schemy. Refs that are still reffing at this moment. I mean, yeah, I'm sure Scott Foster was talking like 5 times a day to Tim Donaghy about Johnny's soccer practice and his summer vacation plans. I mean, you just laugh at this point. NBA refs need to do a press conference to explain the calls they missed, to explain the technical fouls they gave, ones that are just blasphemous. They need to go up there just like the players and the coaches do and explain why they did something. Like, the 2-minute report just isn't enough. I mean, I'm not reading that. I'm not a lawyer. And seeing and writing on NBA.com that the refs missed 3 calls against the Celtics in a game the Celtics lost by 3 is not going to make me feel any better. There needs to be accountability from these refs. But instead, Adam Silver fines players like $50,000 for speaking up about the terrible calls. Like Anthony Edwards last week got fined $50,000. You got coaches in press conferences literally pointing out missed calls just to get fined. If you say anything against the refs, you get fined. Maybe even suspended, who knows? I mean, Draymond Green, anything's on the table. And Adam Silver needs to figure this out. I mean, it's starting to get really, really bad.